Early.
A little early. It'll be all right, though.
Boom. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the K&E Hour once again. I'm E.
I'm Kay.
That worthless guy right there is K. Hit that subscribe button.
Hit that little bell next to it so you never miss when we're coming on live.
Word to your mama. Hey, on tonight's show, we're going to talk about live animals at work and possible HR trips. Tales from underneath the trailer. And smart condoms.
I noticed you pointed at me for that one.
That's some Kyle's weird twisted stuff there. It always comes up. But I must watch my words.
Right.
But like I said, K&E Hour tonight, we got some good topics.
All right.
My soul just left my body. Oh, sorry.
You couldn't got that out of the way before the show started.
I'd like to hear a shout out to you guys. Little down fingers there.
Right.
But hey, guess what?
What?
We're getting close.
We are. What are we getting close to?
We're getting close to 100 subscribers.
And what happens when we get to 100 subscribers?
There's going to be a live death on TV.
A live death. I always love how you put that. Live death.
A live death. We're still young. We're new pretty much still.
Yep.
And we've got a challenge that once we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to do the hottest bear in the world challenge at 100 subscribers. And we're up to what?
77.
77. We want you guys to jump in there and make that a little bigger for us.
Right.
But as soon as that happens, as soon as we hit it, if it happens over the weekend,
what will we do?
if it happens over the weekend, we hit that 100, we're going to do a quick little 5-10 minute show. Let everybody know we hit that mark that we're looking for. And then we'll do it on the live show on Wednesday.
Right. So everybody, all our normal regular people can be here to see one
Be
of
there
us
to watch
die
it go down. Yeah.
when we eat
Live
that bear.
death.
Right. A live death.
But it is the Eat the Bear challenge, the hottest bear in the world, they say. It's got, like, I don't know, 1 trillion Schofield value to it or whatever.
Right.
But
When we popped off and said we'd eat this beer at 100 subscribers, we had like 9.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we really thought that'd be a long ways from now. Maybe we wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's picking on up.
It's coming to the point. We ain't far from having to eat that bear.
It's coming pretty quick. But anyways, we're going to do that.
Okay. What else we
What
got
else was
coming
we
up?
talking about? That is coming up. Slipping my mind, but it's always a good time.
Have you ever noticed that the inside of your nose kind of stinks?
What?
the inside of your nose smells funny. Like if you have an itch, you go like that, it smells funny after that.
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
It's just something I thought I'd throw out there.
Is there anything behind that?
No, that was it. I just thought I'd buy you a minute or two to figure out what else we was discussing here.
Okay, moving on.
All right.
I slipped up. Like I said, 100 subscribers, and we're going to eat that bear on the next live show.
Okay.
So get in there, do that, have a good time, have some beers with us, have some laughs. Watch the shorts. The shorts are doing good.
Mm-hmm.
We like that. We're having a good time. Somebody's getting a little too excited about the slapping going on sometimes. Anyway, how's work treating you, bud?
Oh, man, work couldn't be any better. Everybody up there is finally settled in. Like we all know, basically leave Kyle alone, which is what I was looking for.
I don't have that kind of luck.
Took a little while to get everybody trained, but okay, Eric Crawford jumps in just immediately. Your finger stinks.
Your finger stinks.
All right, I'll give you that one, Eric.
Good looking out there, Eric. Glad to see you on the show, baby. Well, I guess if you're picking your nose and it stunk, and don't put your finger up in different spots.
Well, I wasn't picking it, I was rubbing it.
So you're just talking about rubbing your nose. And
Yeah, it's like it stirs up all the stuff you've smelled that day and it all comes back out at you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this also takes me to just
So how was your day at work?
just say no to crack. My day was okay to a point.
Okay.
So we're at work, all right, and you know I work in the lumber business,
Right.
and we had delivery trucks. We go out to different places and drop loads of lumber and this and that. Well, the boys
I'm going to lean back for this one. This sounds like a good one.
found a big ass, like over 6 foot chicken snake.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not playing that.
Well, somehow or another, these boys got this snake and they sticked it and they throwed it up in the toolbox. And then they drove that damn thing back to the yard, opened this thing up, and then told this other kid, hey, reach in there and grab that strap.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
They sold chicken snakes and they're like, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Well, you know me.
Yes. Ed is not doing no snake.
I do not like snakes. I do not care what their first name is. If their last name is Snake, I hate everybody in the family.
Right.
It does not make a difference. Chicken snake, king snake, racer snake, dirt snake, whatever the hell. Last name Snake, and I hate that family.
Right.
Anyway, so these boys get this out, and they're attempting to get it out, but it won't come out. So it's sitting there, and they're poking it with sticks and stuff like that, trying to get it out. My boy Dustin runs over, and he don't like snakes either. So they finally get it up there, and he's like hitting it with the hoe and everything. They finally kill it. But I got video of it, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. But that thing was huge, and that mouth was open and stuff like that. It looked like a real rattlesnake to me.
It was not going to mess with y'all.
Right. It's like, put me in a damn dark ass box, and then God makes you feel like rattle this thing up,
right?
And then bring me on the light. Say, hey, come on, let's do something.
Let's play.
Ain't nothing gonna happen. But shout out there.
All right, we got a hey from
Desires Green.
Desiree.
Oh,
Desiree. Hey, glad you made it. You've been telling me you was going to get here one night.
Desiree Green. Shout out to her. Don't know where you are, but wherever it is, I hope you had a good time. So, anyways, this snake gets killed, right?
Right.
And so even Tanya from work, the girl that our secretary
that kee's calling you during the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. When you doing the shoe? When you doing the shoe? So she comes out there. She's Full Metal Soldier, she goes out there, she's picking it up, she's going, hee. And the first thing out of her damn mouth is, where's Eddie? With this thing. So I shut all the windows and I pulled the door too. This and that. Well, she's at the door right there across from me, looking at me. She goes, hee, I got a snake. And she started to turn. I turned back around this way. I turned back, and she's like standing around there. And then I don't pay attention to what's happening. I thought she threw the snake down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I figured she threw that snake down. Well, she did throw the snake down, but then she grabbed a big old piece of rope and she walked right in that door as I'm looking out and threw it right across the top.
Oh no, Eddie come alive!
That rope came up and it took a split second. I had to put on Ed back. I was like, for a split second. And I love you, Tony. I love you, darling, but. We almost went to HR. We was face to face and almost clocked her like that. It's like no snakes on the head, man.
Right. Yeah, I've seen Ed with even pretend snakes. It's not a good thing. He will kill.
But that split second before I almost clocked her, there might have been a small girlish gasp.
Right. I was just gonna say, repeat it for us, Ed. Desiree says she's getting her vodka. So you'll fit right
Cheers,
in here.
Desiree.
Cheers, we'll drink with you.
Get my vodka. Bring it on.
On the snakes, though.
Every time calls is a bad word, everybody drinks.
You'll get one drink the whole night. On the snakes, though, when I was running my refrigeration company, I got a call to go out to a store that was about 18 miles from here. So, it wasn't a cheap call if I just went out there and pushed a button. I mean, it was still going to be an expensive service call. So me and a boy that was my helper at the time get there. We get out here, and it's this Korean family running it. And I come in, I'm like, hey, I came to work on this box. They're like, oh, no, box working fine, box working fine. I said, well, why didn't you call me? I wouldn't have drove all the way out here.
18 miles, he said.
Well, we got another problem. They take us to the back room, and coiled up behind the toilet is about like you was about a 6-foot snake. And
Yeah.
I don't know what kind it was because I'm with you. Last name Snake, I'm done. I'm out. And they're like, we have another problem. Can you take care of that for us? Nope, I cannot. You know?
It's like me and Cable. I'm going to have to door hang you.
Yeah.
You're going to have to call another operator on another day.
Yeah, no, we are not taking care of your snake. Well, the boy working with me ended up going and getting a hoe, and I think it was, I don't know what it was. He said it wasn't a bad snake, but I think they're all bad. But anyway, he went and got him a hoe and picked it up and carried it outside and played with it. I think he might have kissed it or something on the way out or whatever. But either way, I made $75 for that trip.
It's a good job with the whole work, buddy. What are you doing? I'm writing my ticket book out. This is a charge. This is happening.
100%.
Yeah, snakes are just out there, man.
Yeah.
That's not why in the hell do people get them an aquarium and say, I'm gonna get a snake?
Because they're messed up in the head. And yes, I almost dropped that F-bomb right there.
It was almost that drinking game. Of course, we're committed. We don't have to hear the word to drink.
No, but
yeah, the snakes are
the
horrible,
snakes.
man.
I thought you
No,
were
it's
leading
just-
into another snake story.
I was getting my drink on. I thought maybe Desiree there was taking a shot of vodka, and I wanted to cheers with her. Cheers, Desiree.
Right?
I need to get my glass from like Desires Grown A. But anyways,
I
why do
apologize
people
for
out there-
my co-host.
why do you want a snake as a pet? That's my question. I mean, please tell me, why do you want a snake as a pet? There's no soft fur to pet. I'm guessing they're slimy and stuff.
I'm guessing. I've never held one in my hands.
I mean, that's just what I've heard. They could be surprisingly dry. I don't know. I remember one time in high school, though. This is not that other story. This is a prerequisite story.
Okay, well, give it to
Precursor
me.
story.
I have fed you into that other story 3 times, and you ain't started it yet. So give me your precursor story.
When I was in high school, I was at a party, and
Good story.
This
dude.
was
okay,
at
what about the other one?
it was a bunch of people I knew, but it was a house I'd never been to before.
Right.
We was in high school, football days. You know how it is. You think you're the kings of the high school and stuff, and you really just piss ants everywhere. But so I'm in the pisser. Well, I asked this guy, hey man, where's your piss at? He's like, hey, right down the hall, right over there. I'm like, all right. He says, stay out of the tub. I'm like, okay.
Oh.
And I was like, as I'm going to it, I'm like, I've had some beer, but I'm not gonna piss in this freaking bathtub. Oh, you almost got me. If I did, I corrected. So I'm sitting there in the pisser and I'm taking a leak, sitting in my beer, sitting down on the counter, just been, I don't know why I thought that. But while I'm sitting there peeing, the shower curtain moved.
Right.
And I thought maybe I hit it, but something catches your eye. And I thought I saw a big thing of soap or something down there on the edge. And when that thing moved, it wasn't there no more. And I was like, what the hell is that? Curiosity. What does that do?
You opened the bathtub.
I stuck my hand in there like that, pulled that shower curtain back, seen the biggest damn snake I ever seen in my damn life. That thing was probably about that big around. They call it a hybrid, some kind of boa or something like that. That thing was just curled up in the bottom of that tub, and I was like, I was manly, and I
Ran right
down. I took off running. The shower curtain gets ripped down. All the stuff on the countertop's gone. I think I broke the door off the hinge. Like, and I didn't even zip up. I take this stuff. They're like, how you doing? And I run down there like, hey man, you got a snake in there. And he's like, I know, man, it's our snake. Put yours away. So I put mine away. Scrub.
Well, that kind of ruined my next story. I was in the bathroom one time and I thought I had a snake. but I just realized I was pissing. So, yeah.
Some of us are so full of ourselves. I should have restarted Snapchat. Back in 1914.
Back in 1914, back when Ed was just a youngin'.
Had a shot at my age there. I
Uh-huh.
know that fella.
I figured you did.
We'll make a comment to him later. I'll kick him in the ankle.
All right.
But but that was just a high school snipe. Moving on to this other situation, I'm gonna talk to you about tales from underneath the trailer.
Are we really?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
Gotta be a smart ass. You could get us a beer.
Well, you could too.
Get us a beer, Kyle.
All right, you make any dirty gestures over my head,
Just
though.
caught that ear one time. Yeah, you're gonna have to go deep in there, bro.
Hey, I always go deep.
Stone Cold Silence. Don't know where your riding trail's at, bro. But
Didn't no one say on that one, did you?
well, I had this job when I was younger.
Back in 1914.
Back in 19. Thanks for that, Cooper. But we was back in Tennessee at this time. We had this big old trailer, man. It was way out in the boondocks, man.
Right.
And this guy who was a rich guy owned a big furniture company there was giving it to his son. So money was no object. But let's get it as cheap as done as we can.
Of course.
So we're getting that done. And we got to replace all the insulation on the bottom of this trailer. So what happens? My boss is sitting there like, you're going to have to be the guy. Because back then, I was like your size.
Yeah. So you always got run underneath shit in attics. It all come down on you because you was the little guy.
Nobody I know today knows it, but you remember me back in that day.
Right.
Oh, she cheers to something.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Sorry I missed that.
But anyways, so I get these coveralls on me, right? The coveralls go all the way top, head to bottom. You know, it's like end of February, so it was doable.
Yeah.
And I'm under there, and I'm trembling like crazy, you know, because we're just pulling out the old insulation. We're cutting a new one, sticking it up. We're taking that old banding material from the train tracks, and we're just pushing it up in the center. It folds up, hits the wood, and holds the insulation up. So we're trucking through there, and there's one big piece in the center, and then there's two on each side. And this is down the middle. Everyone I come down is trembling. Trembling. It's Tennessee. We're in the mountains. Throwing it out, throwing it off to the side. I went through that whole damn trailer, not one damn problem.
Right.
Of course, there was mouse turds and everything. You got to shake that
Oh
stuff
yeah,
off the
falling
side.
in your face and
So,
everything else. Yeah.
So we had it was hard on me, nerve wracking the whole way.
Right.
So we get done. Boss man's like, you did all right. Bought me some extra beer and this and that. We're having some good times. Smoking a little reefer at the times. You know, it's old Charlie. You know, you don't have
Right.
to. This was the 90s.
Hey, I don't care. I'm good with it. If you're watching, you don't drink beer, take a toke.
Take we don't care. But anyways, so the next day we go out there. He's like, you know, we still got a little bit of insulation to replace. And I'm like, I done replaced every bit of insulation under this trailer. And he's like, I know. He said, but you forgot the girder all the way around. And I'm thinking, well, that's nothing. That's a 1 foot section on the very edge of the trailer. You do from outside the trailer on your hands and knees.
Right.
Reach up in there, you pull it down. Everything. I started right here at the end corner of this trailer. And I took the whole day swiping, cutting, putting it up, this, just rocking and rolling. I went around this whole damn trailer doing those 1 foot section at a time insulations. Got all the way around to the other end. The last one, I stuck my hand up like that, grabbed the side of the insulation and it flipped back up. And in my mind's eye, I noticed something, but it was too late. My hand didn't reach back up in there too quick. And I grabbed something that went down like this on my middle finger, caught it down, pulled it down. Biggest snake I ever saw. Wrapped right up on my arm, was all up in my shoulder area, all up on my neck, and I think it licked me on the face. I was just terrified, shaking and hollering. I jumped up. I mean, I pole vaulted, man. I just Sammed it in the air, shaking and hollering like this. And old Charlie's like, all I heard you screaming was smack. I started screaming and hollering. I take off running up the driveway and just doing this stuff. I hauled ass all the way up this driveway, which from here had to be like a 30-yard run uphill up that driveway. I hit the end of that driveway, and I don't know where the snake went, and I don't know where on this job site I grabbed these at. But when I got to the end of the road, I was standing there holding 2 crescent wrenches, and I was ready for battle. I was like, bring it on.
Uh-huh.
It was terrifying. It was like right up in there, man. It was like rubbing my head. It attacked me quickly. But Charlie's down there, and you can see him clear. He's like,
Oh yeah.
He reaches down and grabs that snake, caught it on the ground, and then it fell off right there where it hit me at. So there's a possibility that it just went off, even though I thought it was on me.
Right. So you ran uphill in the snow both directions to get away from this snake.
I'd probably still be running to this day had I not realized at some point I picked up another item. Where the 2 crescent wrenches came from, we have no idea. But I picked up 2 crescent wrenches.
You didn't even own crescent wrenches.
We were painting. I don't know where the crescent wrenches came from. Anywhere, it's just insulation. But he picked it up. This big old black snake. He said it was a king snake.
Yeah.
And it wrapped around his arm. It wrapped up real good. And he's just laughing and stuff. Oh, it just kills other snakes. I said, it's up under that trailer. So you know there's more than one.
Oh yeah. If there's one, there's others. Like around here, we see them baby snakes, you know.
Yeah.
Well, if there's babies, there's mamas.
That's true. And
Tanya says hello.
hey, Willow.
Tanya.
Tanya, that's the one who tried.
My bad.
She threw the rope snake on me yesterday.
Right.
We almost went to HR. Crazy. But yeah, that was just a horrifying time. Of course, you know how it is. You know, someone finds out you didn't like the feels that snake wrapped up on you and licking your face.
Oh yeah, they're all over it. Then.
It's like, oh, we got to go tell everybody Eddie was afraid of this snake. And they're like, oh, I heard it was just a king snake. Let me tell you something about a snake.
A snake's a snake.
Don't care what the first name is. Last name Snake. And I hate the family.
Tanya says, eat the damn candy. Tanya, you should have been here earlier. We just explained all the rules.
She's always $1 late. $1 short, a day late.
Something like that, yeah.
So like, we're 3 beers in, Tanya. You got to keep up. We said we're almost to 100. We're going to eat that dang bear as soon as we get to 100 subscribers. Keep up.
Tell your friends, tell your family.
Yeah, tell your friends, hit that subscribe. You know, be cool.
Tell your cousins in Alabama.
Tell your cousins wherever they are. Eat the damn candy. Why, yada. But anyways, that was my snake story. Just saying, I don't like them. I prefer them. I don't know why people have them as pets. That's just wrong. I don't care if they're this big around, 25 foot long, or a shoestring. They're all the same size when I tell the story.
Right, yeah. They're all 16
That thing was
long.
7 foot long if it was an inch.
Right.
And it was all rattlers. It was a Godzilla rattler.
Right.
So what kind was it? Humongous python rattler. It was a hybrid breed. Had Godzilla teeth. And somebody comes up, it's just a racer snake.
It was albino.
It's albino from Kentucky. Barefoot. Living up in the hills.
That's where you get all that weird shit up in Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's where you get Bigfoot. You know, Bigfoot dated my mama, and now my brother is a miniature Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's some twisted. That's some twisted stuff there.
Yeah.
You told me off guard.
That's in the Daily News.
I wasn't ready. What time we at here? Time was close to Kyle's tidbits.
Right. Well, we're always ready for mine.
Oh, I can sit here and talk to you all day about them snake stories. I told you about me getting kicked out of Jerry's Perfect Pets, didn't I?
No, I don't think you told me that.
I ain't never told you that story. Wichita Falls, 1980 something.
14.
That guy who went to ban his comments. But this was Jerry's Perfect Pets down in Wichita Falls. It was in a place called Psych Center Mall. We had a mall. It was big. It was Wichita Falls. But I was dating this girl, and her dad had a snake, and which means she also had a snake. But every time I came over, they knew me. They put the cage on it, put the thing on top, they put all the brick and everything. That thing would be like right here in the room in its aquarium. I would sit way over there in the back room and just, is it up? And do that. But anyways, we went to the mall one time. She wanted to go in the pet store. Well, we're looking at the dogs and the cats and the birds and fish and all that. Right back there at the back was a snake park. Now, I was young then. I was, big like ox, I was strong, So, of course, that was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
We go in here, right? And she tells me, she goes, "Hey, you mind if I check out these snakes?" I said, "No, go ahead." At this point, I stopped at the register and let her continue on back there.
As you should, yeah.
Right, which was from about here to the wall, so it was a couple of feet from me. I figured I was out striking distance or something went wrong. So she's sitting there, and she asked the guy, she's like, "Hey, can we hold it?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can hold it." And he brings it out. I don't know what little ball python or something. It probably wasn't but about that long, probably about 4 foot.
But she says, "Can we hold it?" And Eddie's going, "Who the hell's we?"
Well, she was asking him, "Are we allowed to hold them?"
Right.
He's like, "Yeah, you can hold it." So she's sitting there looking at it, and she's like petting the head of it, like right there. It's wrapped up on her, it's resting on her. She's petting the head of it. She's like, "It's got a beautiful color, don't you think?" I went, "Was that a green?"
Right, from here, it looks all right, yeah.
It's a blue. Is that a dog? I'm like, "Yeah, it looks real good." And the guy looked at me and he snickered. And I caught that snicker. Right. I was like, "Oh, yeah, this boy's about to try to act like the unsung hero."
Yeah.
So we're sitting there talking, and she's looking at the head of the snake, looking at it right now. And she said, has he just shed his skin? And he said, "Yeah, he just did, like within the last couple of days." So she told me at the distance I was, "Don't make sudden moves because his eyes are foggy when they shed their skin." I'm like, "Oh, okay." All right. So, don't jump around and make sense. This dude seen me sitting way over there, and this literally happened. These words came out this dude's mouth. I don't know what I did. I guess I was sitting over being a wuss.
Right.
But I'm going to try to clean it up. He said, usually it's the women that are the front butts.
Right. We know what that word means. Right.
I looked at him and I was like, "What'd you say?" And he said, he smiled, looked at her. She was kind of cute. She's a good looking chick. He goes, "Usually it's the women that are the front butts." And I was like, "Say that again." And at this point, I started walking up on him. And he met me.
Okay.
At this point, it was kind of like the wrestling ring. Go up on the rope with your arm already up. Well, he came up and I guess he was going to say, put his arms up like, "Hey, this or that."
Right.
Well, I grabbed his arm. I put my arm on his other armpit. I picked him up and I slammed him into the cash register. At which point, I did what I do best. I started crushing that elbow into that nose.
So you're no longer allowed at the Wichita Falls pet store.
It is a lifetime ban. They said, "Please do not ever come back here."
When you body slam one of their cashiers, yeah, I can see that.
We limped into some stuff. Some security guards were walking. Some rent-a-cops walking by, came in. He wanted to press charges on me, and they said they needed to see the tape because my girlfriend at the time was saying, "Yeah, that's warm. That burned real nicely." Said,
wow.
Said that he provoked me. And I said, "Yeah, he called me a front butt in front of my girl,
And he was walking up on you.
I did. He did. As I walked towards him,
Right.
He was walking up on me. But anyways, the rent-a-cops looked at the video of that going down. And they looked at that dude and said, "Boy, if you'd have said that in front of our wives, we'd have whooped your ass."
We'd have whooped you too, yeah.
And so the guys, they said, "We have to escort you. He's not going to press charges, but we have to escort you off the property." So we're walking off. My girlfriend is evidently still sitting in the plane. I'm like, can we get the girl?
Right. Can she come with me?
So they get her. She's coming out. We're walking. they have me like this, but by the time we start walking, they're like,
Yeah.
they whooped his ass too. But they told me, so look here, man, you got a lifetime ban now from Psych Center Mall. He
Right.
said, but we're not going to put Psych Center. He said, we're going to put Jerry's Perfect Pets.
There you go.
He said, you cannot enter any Jerry's Perfect Pets or we'll have to call the law on you. He said, but if you want to come hang out the mall and go watch the movies, you go right ahead. I was like, please. I don't like to be called a front butt.
Right. Well, nobody does.
Not in front of a girl with the snakes all out. I was just looking at that. Okay. Well, I tell you what, man, we're at that halfway mark.
All right.
Are you ready to tell a little bit about your bits?
My sick and twisted.
Kyle's got this section that we like to call the sick, twisted, dirty, weird, because I don't know what sites he's getting this crap from. But go.
All right. We'll start off with this is not safe for work. So
Not safe for work or church.
or church. If you're sitting in church, don't ever watch us in church.
And if you don't want your toddlers learning new words, go show them the Power Rangers or something.
Right. All right. So let's start this one off with
Oh, Lord.
oh Lord.
What we got here?
All right. A German sex doll brothel.
Okay, wait, what? Inside Boar Doll, a German sex doll brothel. Really?
Really?
A sex doll brothel.
Look at them three chicks there. Which one would you do?
Be honest with you, too, on the ones on the outside look like mannequins, and the one on the inside definitely looks German. So I'd probably just hang out the house and not watch some Netflix.
All right. Well, this is a real story. It's everything about it is true. But
So
they got the idea from
I'm beside myself here.
they got the idea from Japan, which Japan comes up with all the good ideas. But this is a reaction to COVID. During COVID, the sex trade was kind of going down.
So they can blow me up and love me dolls.
Yes, but get this. This chick that runs the brothel, which apparently is legal in Germany, she sees that it's all the thing in Japan, so she orders two dolls at like $1,000 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why we haven't got our executive producer
Right.
yet.
Well, these aren't just the blow me up and love me dolls. I mean, they're actually, it says in the story, they weigh about 60 pounds a piece.
Damn.
But she orders them, and then she said people can't get enough of it.
So these like anatomically correct?
They are anatomically correct. She since has bought like 4 more females, and she bought a male doll because the women come in and use it also.
Really?
Yeah.
Who wants to be second there?
Yeah.
Who wants to go second? Not me.
That was the part that disturbed me about it. I read this whole article wanting to know, do they clean these dolls after each use? And not trying to get all graphic, but how do we get in all the creases and crevices, to clean everything up on them?
Jeremy, this why you can't win a war. This the shit you got going on over there.
Well, what scared me about it is it said every doll is thoroughly cleaned, but their cleaning tactics are a industry secret they're not willing to tell. So that kind of makes me scared. Are they just like running a water hose up inside that thing and calling it good?
Well, you seen all the stories and news releases when they did that delousing up there? They throw a big old thing of powder on you, hosed you down with a fire hose.
You're good. Right.
So there's probably some borax, some Ajax floating all over that thing.
But I forget the amount in German money, but for $80, you can go in and spend an hour with one of these sex dolls.
Okay, hats off to you, Germany. for having a real screwed up way of, I guess, entertainment for the evening. But blow me up and love me doll. I mean, what are they?
They're just sex dolls. Like like I said, not getting too graphic, but every hole works. You know. And they said that's actually part of their selling point on it is, guys will come in and they'll do things with this doll that they would never do with an actual woman. Or they'd be too scared to ask the actual woman. The whole appeal to it appears to be that the doll cannot say no.
Oh yeah, I guess you got that working for you, Germany.
Which leads me right into the next one.
And moving on to the next. First off, I don't know if anybody's got some comments on this.
I do too.
This is craziness.
Desiree is giving us all the laughing icons and is laughing her ass off.
Desiree cheers me here, girl. I mean,
yeah,
this is the stuff I put up with this old boy over here. He finds all this stuff. This is so I'm guessing this is, I don't know, formed latex into molds and this and that.
Oh yeah,
so it's got the front butt, back butt, and the dirty pillows.
Yeah.
Okay. It's got all the goods, I guess.
And that's the perfect time for my wife to come in and start shaking it for us, or for me. All right, moving right along.
Moving on.
This is the one I expect to hear some. This is the one I expect to hear some audience feedback on. And y'all forgive me, but I'm going to have to put my old man spectacles on because this is actually a two-parter. Americans think they'd probably try sex with a robot.
Okay. Again, I have no idea where you're going to find these signs. But brother, if you're hurting, I'll go outside and play catch with you. I'll throw the football around with you. We'll get the ball and glove out. We'll toss it around. So what are we sitting here? Where's the reading part of this?
Okay. But we're not going to sit here and read it.
No,
I've already read it.
All right. We'll go back up to the picture and explain this tidbit of twisted news you got here.
So they talked to approximately 2,000 Americans. Out of the 2,000, the way they word it is more than 1 out of 4. So more than 25%
of Americans said they would
do it with a sex robot.
A sex robot.
Right.
Okay.
So, of course, I want to know, would you do it with a sex robot?
Me, no. A robot? That's like steel and like clamping and stuff.
Yeah, but no. These are robots that are designed for this purpose. Now, I mean, I'll throw it out there. I'm with you. I would not do it with a robot.
Hey, I've seen the toaster blow up, right? So,
but
and that's taking bread down.
They are designed for this purpose. Everything feels like it's supposed to feel. Now, these damn robots, dude, from what this article says, I mean, they're to the point that they'll have conversations with you. They'll remember what you like, and they'll talk about that. And I mean, I'm with you. No.
This is why we got to get the cell phones out of the kids' hands. This is what it's producing, America.
Desiree asked, would you? And my answer is no, I'm probably not doing a robot, but I will give the same question back to you.
Spotlight's on you, Desiree. We want to hear from you.
But no, I mean, the part that gets me crazy here is, like I said, they are making these things where they will have conversations with you. They will remember what your likes and dislikes are. And I don't mean that sexually. I mean that like they know that I like to drink beer.
Well, yeah,
they'll ask me, would you like me to get you a beer before we start?
Wow.
Now, all of that I'm really into.
I just like somebody to go get me a beer from the fridge when I get home at night.
Yeah.
Hey, ding-ling, gotta get a beer.
As far as going to one, you're going to pay to have sex with a doll, the first story. No, I'm not going to do that. But Now, I've never been the prettiest guy in any party I was at. I understand I'm not the best looking man in the world.
I can back that up.
I appreciate you just jumping right in there.
That's that face for radio.
But I mean, I don't think I'd have to stoop so low as to find a robot to have sex with.
I agree.
Sounds interesting. Oh, I'm putting that on screen. Sounds interesting in a sense, but I think I'll pass. The real thing's still going to be better, I would think. I'm with you, which is where I was going here. No, it doesn't matter how ugly I am. I can find some woman that will have sex with me. Right. I may have to buy a 30-pack, but eventually she'll come around.
Well, I mean, if you're to the point where you got to think about robots or the thing in Germany, the board doll or whatever, the phone, whatever the hell it is, if you're to the point where you're going to that or that, you just hang out the house, you just go to bed, sleep, reach, do whatever you do. Women have been known for generations and generations and generations. They don't actually need us.
Oh, no.
They can work one finger and do anything we'll never be able to do for them. This is no. Watch one of our stories.
Exactly. Go back and look at our old stories. But
yeah,
Desiree's the only one talking to us tonight. No, we love it. We appreciate it.
Number one fan of the night right here.
Oh, hell yeah.
We get 1,000 subscribers. We're getting you a t-shirt, girl.
That's right.
So you keep coming back. But yeah, that's just horrendous. I mean, I really don't even know how to answer that because I just don't think I would be. I don't think I could push myself to go to a club or a place that's like, hey, you want to come screw a robot?
Right.
Or a foam rubber thing in Germany. I'd be like, I might go over and smoke a little weed with you, but I don't think I'm going to do the robots.
All right. Well, this was a two-parter of a story here.
Oh, here comes part two. We weren't ready, Desiree.
All right. Well, this is the questionnaire part of it. And since I got my old man spectacles, I'll read them for you. All right. This is the top 10 things that Americans consider to be cheating on your spouse.
Top 10 things Americans consider cheating.
That. It didn't need repeated. All right. So, a lot of these, I've already read the list, and a whole lot of them I definitely agree with. Yeah. But I'll read the question. Quit staring
now, is this considered cheating if you're dating or married?
Either one. If you have a significant other.
Significant other, this is cheating. This is science, y'all.
Desiree says you're correct. That's too damn much work. I'd rather someone else do the work. Before we get into
that there, I want to see that. Yes.
Before we get into the questionnaire part of this, though, I went a lot of years of my life as an adult male.
Oh, shout out to Travis. Hey, Travis.
What's up, Travis?
In, buddy.
Hello, everyone back at you. Appreciate you coming in. I went a lot of years in my adult life.
And that's a lot of years.
Before somebody finally, or a female finally brought it to my attention. This is the great, and if y'all are young people listening right now, this is the best advice you will ever hear in your life.
I'm all ears, brother.
Once you get the female where she wants to go, be that 6 minutes, whatever, if you get her where she's trying to go, she doesn't want no sex marathon after that. She just is ready for you to be done and let's go.
Get off her. She's got lists to make for you to do tomorrow.
Right. Get her where she's going, and then she don't want you up in there for no 10, 12, 15 minutes. You think you're doing a good thing, but no.
Yeah, you keep saying minutes. I'm a 30, 60, or 90 seconds of pleasure guy. Yeah.
The best advice I ever got. Get her where she's going and get the hell out. She's done with you. She is done.
Just pull up, stop, roll her out of bed. Say, hey.
All right, I'll read the question. You just tell me your answer. You agree or you disagree. And then I'll tell you what America said.
Desiree said there's a lag on her.
I'm sorry, Desiree. She
Well,
said,
all right, she 100%.
I am putting that one up there and leaving it for a little while.
Desiree for president.
All right.
Sorry, Larry Flint.
Here's the list.
All right.
All right. Top things Americans consider cheating if you have a significant other. All right. Having sex with another person.
That's definitely 100% cheating.
That's 100% cheating.
If you got a significant other, yeah, having sex.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
Like I said, I agreed with most of these.
There's no more of that.
Yeah.
I tripped over a crack on the concrete on the sidewalk.
Right.
It went in. I'm sorry.
All right. Kissing another person.
Okay. All right. They're saying what, 63%?
All right, if
Kissing another
you
person?
listen, I'll read.
Did he not just say, I'll read them and I want to hear your thoughts?
Exactly. But your thought can't be what you read on the screen.
Don't you work my thought process, guy. We'll be brawling up in here.
Answer the damn question.
All right, you just went yes or no's.
Kissing another person. Well, you can expand, just don't read what's on
Is
my
it a
damn
family
screen.
member?
No, all the rest of us don't go to family reunions to get a date. That's just you.
That happened one time, and it was not my family. It was a friend's family. Whoa, we've been to fight up in this puppy right here. Y'all about to get live action.
So is kissing another person
I don't know. I don't think so. Because if it's like a coworker or something like that, or like a big title person at your job, and
you're not kissing their ass. You're
you
kissing
kiss
them
on the cheek, or you talking full lip to lip?
I'm talking lip to lip. It's a kiss.
Lip to lip, finger in the butt. Yeah, that's cheating.
Okay, thank you. 63% of America agrees with you. All right, hanging out with a person of the opposite sex without telling your significant other. Is that cheating?
I don't know, because that's 6 of one, half a dozen another.
Right.
I would say if it was me having like a best friend girl and we was out fishing, I'd say, we're not cheating or something like that. But then if my old lady was out fishing with a dude that was a best friend, I'm like, no, I'm coming.
Right.
So, yeah, I got to say it depends on what side of the fence you are, but yeah.
Well, I'm either side of the fence. And by the way, 44% of America said, it's wrong. It's cheating. Hanging out alone.
That's where he said no.
She says no. And 44% of America said they felt like that was cheating. Hanging out alone with a person of the opposite sex. If we stop the sentence there, I don't feel like that's cheating.
Okay, but then you got the other part there.
But then you got without telling your spouse.
Yeah.
So I still don't feel like that's cheating. I haven't done anything with this woman.
Yeah.
But it is being a little dishonest.
If you feel like you can't tell your significant other, then yeah, that's cheating. If you can't tell your significant other, it's cheating. Yeah.
Because even though you and this person didn't do anything, you probably went in with the intentions of, if I can, I will.
It's a slippery slope, my friend.
Right. All right. Travis says no. Not if nothing's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That was a hit or miss one there, man. That's 6 1.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said the first few I was pretty solid on, but we're getting into that.
Because I have friends back home, their wives come up, but we do, it's stuff you do right there. Back when I was with someone, it was like a hug and a little kiss on the cheek. But yeah. But it ain't like we're sitting on the porch, David's in there, so what's up, bro?
All right, here's where we're going to start getting into a little deeper waters. Their spouse, maybe they're in an abusive relationship. All right, yeah, I'll give you that 100%, Desiree. I mean,
yeah.
If there's them kind of Right. Yes. Then that's not cheating. That's just hanging out with
We're
a
getting,
friend that happens to be.
we're
of the
getting deep
opposite
on this
sex.
one. This is bringing out some thought processes.
And we're spending more time. We may not get to the other. Well, we're getting to the smart condom. Y'all hang out for the smart condom.
I don't know what it is, but that's next.
But we're getting into that are going to get on that line.
A little bit more ranker.
Having virtual reality sex.
Virtual reality sex?
To take it back to our day, when we used to play Sims online, and you have sex with somebody that they actually. We was younger, but you're having,
you know how many people I got to fight tomorrow?
You have sex with, somebody that's a girl avatar, but she may be 10,000 miles away.
Well, let's look at what virtual reality is. I think that's more like, they got sexting on the texting.
No, that's a different thing. Virtual reality.
Virtual reality is the goggles.
Right, that's not texting.
Well, see, in our day, what virtual reality was looking at a pornographic magazine and then spank banking this shit later.
Okay, let me rephrase the question for you. Having sex over the computer with somebody. You've never met them. They could be 10,000 miles away.
And you have a significant other. That's
right,
cheating. That's cheating.
All right.
You're having impure thoughts and you're laying them on the line and someone's acting on them.
Right.
And vice versa.
Well, I disagree.
Yeah, no. How?
Because you're not touching this person. You can't possibly touch this person. Or you can't say it's cheating. Just every time I think about how I'd like to see some other woman naked doesn't mean I'm cheating on my wife.
But you're thinking about another person. And there's a live person on the other end of that computer telling you thoughts back.
Right. But
this could turn into something. We need to step on to the next one.
Okay.
This means you can fight on this one. Cheers, Desiree and Travis.
All right. Having dinner with another.
Travis, up in the air.
Up in the air. Right. There's no person there. You're just humping the air.
Right.
Desiree says might be pretty cool to try.
Desiree sounds like my kind of people.
Yeah. All right, moving on because you're getting all off in your feelings. Having dinner with another person of the opposite sex.
Yeah, that's I say no on that. I don't think that's cheating. You can be talking about business. You can be old friend from high school, something like that.
Right, yeah.
But I would definitely let my significant other let them know, hey, I'm gonna go do this. Yeah, ain't nothing going on. I'll bring you my leftovers.
That goes back to the last one about the without telling them.
But that don't say without telling. That just says
no,
having dinner with the opposite sex.
Listen sometimes.
I'm saying no.
All right.
I'm with Travis.
25% said that's cheating, so 75% said no.
They backed me up.
All right.
And I think I even noticed they didn't type it, but they said you take that tone with me one more time.
And I said no.
Okay.
I just did. You was trying to get too deep into it.
Yeah.
Having sex with a sex doll. Is that cheating?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. My answer is no. That's not cheating.
Unless your other's in there with you, like, this is where I need you to touch me. Like, or it's the, oh no, you can't touch me there. That's my no square. You know?
Okay, but all right. Well, then let's move on this one a little bit.
All right.
So, if you have a girlfriend and she has sex toys, and when you're not around, she uses these sex toys to pleasure herself, is she cheating on you?
If I just got done with that 30, 60, or 90 seconds of pleasure, and I got mine, but I didn't have time to get hers, when I leave, if she needs to go do that, that's fine. You know?
Well, that ain't her cheating. That's just you not doing your job.
Oh, we're going to fight so to the death after this show.
Once again, I have no desire to have sex with a sex doll.
I'm dying. I'm stoned.
I'm dying. I'm stoned. Travis says, no. But no, I don't. I mean, once again, that's not my cup of tea. We don't own a sex doll around this house. But, you know,
I don't live here.
To me, I mean,
My house is across town.
To me, it's no different than, like I said, her using a vibrator or something like that. You know, it's just
Learn some
something
tricks.
you're using. All right.
What's the next one?
She said she's stoned. The Kate, stop laughing. We are glad we are here for you.
Plus, she's already had vodka.
Yes.
We'll pause if you need to get another shot, girl. We here for you.
All right. Liking another person that your significant other knows of the opposite sex's pictures, posts, etc. on social media on a consistent basis.
Okay.
Is that cheating?
Man, that's iffy.
Tell me your thoughts.
So you say you just liking their post or something like that?
Uh-oh. Are we having sound issues?
As we actually just stopped talking, so
Right, okay. Oh, Travis says he can hear. Anyway,
Desiree did say she was stoned.
Right. Maybe that's where that lag is coming in, is you're just that
girl, check to see if the earbud fell out. Are you okay? Talk to me.
All right, so
but we got a green bar, so we're putting out sound.
Yeah, we're putting out sound.
Right.
So liking another person that they know.
Nah, I'm agree with Travis on this one. I don't think it's cheating.
I don't think so, because I just think of all the people I follow on Facebook, and I like their posts over and over again.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not gonna name names, but
yeah, like there's Facebook stuff like
right.
that. You like stuff. Now, if you're going on Pornhub and you're liking things there,
that's different.
You know, I'm like, don't look at this. And if she knows about it, you should tell her, hey, I appreciate you not looking at the shit I'm looking at.
Right. Yeah. And then the final one, the final question, which I think is an easy one: following a person of the opposite sex on social media.
Following them? I don't think that's cheating.
I sure hope not, because I follow about 9,000 girls. Yeah.
9,000, huh?
Well, I've got like 2,500 friends on Facebook. My personal, not the K&E hour. All right, so we are about 2 minutes from ending the show, but I'm going to still hit on the Smart Condom.
I'd like to point out that Kyle's tidbits took longer than they usually do.
I'm going to hit on the Smart Condom just because I thought this was pretty damn good.
A Smart Condom. Are you okay over there, Desiree? Are you able to hear us yet, girl?
The Smart Condom is exactly what it sounds like. You know, you've heard of the smartphone. You've heard of people all have the smart watch now. The smart watch can tell you your heart rate and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So they now have a smart condom.
Oh my goodness, where's this going to go?
It keeps up with how well you performed that particular time.
I will never buy that.
No, I would never buy that. I mean, it's bad enough I roll off a girl hoping she's not laughing at me, but now I've got a freaking condom down there and it's laughing at me. Going, oh, really, dude? That's what you did? No, I mean, you know. And it will compare you to what the average of the other guys out there are doing. You know,
wait,
no,
what?
Yeah.
It will compare you to other people?
Yes.
Are other people wearing this condom?
No, but this condom is linked in with the same computer program that all the other condoms.
I wouldn't buy that because while everybody else is talking to each other, it's going like, Yeah, this time do this time do this. Mine would just be sitting there laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
Ha, 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 ha.
But yeah, so I mean, it tells you how you rated that night with her, and how things like how many strokes and all of that kind of shit. And then once again, it compares you to what everybody else who owns a smart condom, how they're doing in bed. Once again, no, I get laughed at enough on my own. I don't need a condom laughing at me also.
While she's sitting there stroking your neck like, oh, you did fine, honey. Your condom's standing like, nah, bub, you dropped the ball.
That's it. I don't need a condom laughing at me and going, nah, dude, you was not good at all, brother. You need to start.
Reference.
Yeah.
You ran 101 yards for a touchdown, but you left the ball on the 1 yard line.
Right.
This is not good.
Not only am I laughing at you, speaking as the condom, but I promise your woman is laughing at you too. No, I don't need that kind of humiliation in my life.
No, that ever becomes a thing, I ain't never buying one.
Well, it is a thing. It's out there.
I just don't understand. Has it got like wires and shit on it?
I don't know. It works just like a smartwatch. But,
Well, I mean, that's got.
all I'm saying is I'm just going to leave it at this. I get judged harshly enough by my females. I'm not going to get judged by a damn condom to go with it.
Tracks thrust speed.
Oh, good God, Travis.
What do you say?
That's not my track record. Someone else wore this. That'd be what I'd have to be saying.
I'm a cheers, Travis. Cheers, Travis.
Glad you made it back, Desiree.
All right, boys, girls. We're coming up on the end of our show here.
We are. With my little stupid sex talk segment went a little deeper and further than normal.
The beer's kicking in.
So,
All right.
right.
You want to close it up for me?
I'll close it up.
All right.
Sweet, simple, and to the point. First off, let's get me and you back on the screen.
All right. I just want to say I love these two. You two come back next week. I want to see y'all back in here with us.
Oh, yes, definitely. Y'all made the show. We actually was down on viewers tonight, but
We're a little bit down. It is spring break.
it is, that's what I was going to say. It's spring break, so
Take them chitlins out for some good times.
we usually have 7 or 8 more than what we had, but, we'll
Glad
roll.
y'all both came.
Glad both of you are here. Hope we get to see y'all again because y'all are a lot of damn fun.
We'll be here. All
All right.
right.
I'm
Hit
going
that
to put
subscribe.
that on. That's what I'm going to leave it there as we close the show.
Listen to our lead music.
This is our get the hell out of here music. Y'all have a good night. We shall see y'all again.
Peace. Pound it. And those two better come back. We're going to have some fun with them. Don't let me do it. You got to hit me down. White boy jams.